I've built the best EA ever. Now that, everyone, is a bold claim, but I actually stand behind that, and at the end of this video you'll see some results and the reason why. Now when it comes to EAs, they're very controversial. Some people love them, some people hate them, and I'm on both sides, okay? I've always stuck with manual trading is the best way, both rewarding in your life and financially. Obviously it's far less riskier, more profits, and obviously it's more rewarding. You've got a new career as a forex trader. But I also see the side of EAs, they're good if you're struggling with trading, and also compounding your account as well. Let's say you're making money in trading and you want to put some money into an EA to build up 1 or 2% profits a month. I can see why people have EAs. But the biggest problem with EAs is there's so much garbage out there. I mean, 99% of EAs on the market just purely are dangerous and they don't work. They're either using grid systems, martingales, averaging, whatever it is, okay? They're just pure right dangerous, okay? The biggest problem is drawdown, right? I don't know what it is, but people have this idea of having an EA without a stop loss and then kind of averaging, taking trades, martingales to try and get themselves out of situations, right? I mean, that never works. You look at an average EA with a £5,000 deposit and it sits at around 40% drawdown. Like, that's nearly £2,000 of drawdown to probably make 50 quid. And not only that, it could be 45% drawdown, 50% drawdown. It could blow your account. I mean, why would on earth would you want that? I mean, if you had an eBay shop and you bought £2,000 worth of stock, you would probably make more money off that stock than you would if you stuck it into an EA. And in my opinion, they're just pure and utter dangerous. And then there's the other people that say you want a 500 pip stop loss. They say my EA's got a stop loss and it has like something like a 500 pip stop loss, 5 pip take profit. I mean, it doesn't take a mathematician to work out, again, that doesn't going to work either. You could give it a 95% win ratio EA. If it's going to hit consistent losses, it ain't going to work. Okay, so when I went to build an EA, my idea with an EA was I wanted to take one trade only, okay? Stop loss, take profit, and a trailing stop loss to lock in those profits, and that is it. Just a simple strategy that works. One stop loss, one take profit, and a trailing stop loss. And you know what? I think I've mastered it. Now, unless I'm wrong, okay, and let me know in the comment sections below, okay, I don't think there's any other EA out there that does something like a 1 to 5 risk reward ratio, which is exactly what I've just built here. It has a 1 pip stop loss and a 5 pip take profit, okay. Now the reason why I've gone for that is purely because if it has a good month or bad month, it's still going to consistently return profits, okay? I mean, I can get the EA to hit a 95% win ratio. But the problem is I then have to have something like a 20 pip stop loss, 5 pip take profit, which again, doesn't take a mathematician to work out that that's not going to work either. It will still make consistent profits, but if it has a bad month and hits some losses, it's going to go, profits are going to go down. So this is why I've gone with a 1 pip stop loss, 5 pip take profit, and to be honest, it averages around a 50 to 60% win ratio, and even with that, it is building counts like you've never seen before. If it has a good month and it hits a 70-80% win ratio, it's making enormous profits, and even if it's got a 30 to 40% win ratio, it's still making consistent profits, because obviously stop loss is 1 pip, take profit is 5 pips. I can lose 4 trades, win 1, and it's still going to make consistent profits, which is exactly what I wanted with an EA. And like I said, there are some EAs out there that work, okay, but they're either ridiculous amounts of money, which the majority of people can't afford, or they keep them to themselves. But I've said with this EA, okay, that I'm not going to do that. Obviously, it's going to be available for most of the BD members. Okay, and yeah, I'm pretty confident this is a game changer. Now, there's 3 ways of building an EA. Okay, first one is obviously programming and simulating back testing. You want it to see it perform and make consistent results with that. Now, with simulating and back testing, I tend to give a 10% leeway either side, meaning that when I do go live with it, it will be a 10% difference in results, maybe more money made, maybe less money made. So I tend to have a 10% tolerance there. Once I'm happy with the consistency consistent settings and algorithms, we then move on to stage 2, which is running it on a demo account, seeing how well it performs over a 3 or 6 month period. And then after that, I run it on a live account, my FX book verified, so you can follow along as well and see how well it performs. Now, I'm going to do some back testing for you now on the charts. We're going to pick 3 different currency pairs, 3 different deposits, and I will show you how well it performs. Like I said, if you've got your opinions, drop them in the comment sections below. I'd love to know what your opinions are, the best EAs out there, so I can have a look to see what they perform like with mine, and also what kind of deposits you want. You know, I'll test it for you. If you want a £50 deposit, I'll test it for you, show you some results. 10 grand deposit, whatever, I will show you it. I'm not afraid to hide from anything. Okay, so let's head over to the charts now, and I'll show you some of the incredible results from the Auto Destroyer. So today we're going to do some simulating and back testing on my EA, which, as you can see here, I've called it the Auto Destroyer. Now we'll do this across 3 different currency pairs and 3 different deposits. So as you can see here, we'll do a €200 deposit, €500 deposit and a €1,000 deposit. And at the end of it, we'll write down the profit made and the drawdown and kind of analyze in each simulation. Now we'll do this on the 1 hour charts across a 12-month period. So let's say 2018. And yeah, I tend to give a 10% tolerance when doing this, meaning you know, this won't be a true reflection when we're trading this live. It will be a 10% tolerance, either better or less. So yeah, now to show you that I haven't simulated this or I'm not cheating, as you can see here, I've got 5 different currency pairs down here: EUR/USD, USD CAD, AUD/USD, USD JPY and GP USD, and each one of them are numbered. Now what I'll do here is I'll go over to a number generator, so 1 and 5, and we will choose our currency pair for our €200 deposit. Okay, so if we go over here, we have number 2, which is USD CAD. So USD CAD is going to have a £200 deposit. Next one is a 500. What's on that one? We have got number 3, which is AUD/USD. And then we got a €1,000 deposit, which is going to be number 1, which is Euro/USD. Okay, so as you can see here, I've now got my deposits. I've now got my currency pairs. Let me just write that again. 500. Now what we're going to do is, first one's USD CAD, €200. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the simulator here, and we're going to do some simulation. Now as you can see, you will only see half of the simulation. The reason being is because this is still in the development stage. I've actually got the algorithms and source code loaded up on the right side of the screen, which you can't see, and obviously I can see how well it's performing, what trades it's taking, and then any errors that appear at the time. Now, okay, so expert properties, obviously I've got a 10 pip, as you can see SL is 10, which means 1 pip stop loss. Take profit is 50, which means 5 pips, and I've got a trailing of 1 pip. So 0.2, I'm happy with that. €200 deposit, I'm happy with that. And what was it? It was USD CAD. Okay, so USD CAD. Okay, and 2018, yes, so January 2018 to January 2019, great. 1 hour charts, 2 minute spread, let's go. Okay, now like I said, this won't be a true reflection. Okay, I tend to give a 10% tolerance, meaning when we do this on a live account, there'll be about a 10% difference in results and drawdown. But obviously, you know, this is the first stage of testing. So is it taking any trades? What? Okay, great. So we've got some trades going. Now what I'll do, everyone, is I'll actually speed this video up because I don't obviously want to bore you for 20 minutes as this simulations. What I'll do is I will speed this up, okay, and we'll update you at the end. Right, okay, so it is now stopped, and let's have a look at the graph. So yeah, as you can see, some nice steady profits there. Unfortunately, you can't actually see the actual other end of the graph, but it looks pretty good. Okay, what are we? Graph reports. Okay, right. So let's have a quick look. Total net profit £321. So it pretty much doubled the account. It made almost, well, yeah, 245. Yeah, so that's a nice quid. 24116. I'm just going to prop this in here. 321.16 profit. And what was I looking at as well? Okay, drawdown, as you can see here, a max drawdown of 7%. Now, just bear in mind, obviously, the drawdown is really irrelevant, okay, because obviously I've got a stop loss of 1 pip. So, you know, depending on the size of your lot size, depends on the size of this drawdown. But for me, it will never go above 7% because obviously I've got a 1 pip stop loss. As the account grows, that will eventually go lower. So yeah, it's quite bad. Profit factor, it averages around short positions won 50%, long positions won 51%. Now this is exactly what I was saying with having a proper money management EA. None of this, you know, 500 pip stop loss, 1 pip take profit. As you can see, you know, this has been consistent, even though with a 50% win ratio. Obviously, I can increase the win ratio to 70, 80, 90%, but that does mean having a larger stop loss, which then you're playing with more risk, which I'm not particularly interested in. I'm the sort of guy who wants less risk, more profit. So 321, max drawdown, 7%. So I'm just going to write down there, 7%. Okay. So over a 12-month period, it turned this account, I should have actually wrote down, I'm just going to work it out now, everyone, because obviously, so 200 plus 321.16, so it turned the account, actually, I'll actually put a profit in there, so equals 521.16. So I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, I know it's not kind of messy, but you know, you get what it is, and I use this for back testing, and we'll make that black. Okay, so as you can see here, USD CAD, £200 deposit, made £321, 7% drawdown, and the account finished at the end of a 12-month period, 521. So the next one is AUD with a £500 deposit. Now, I haven't actually simulated a £500 deposit, so I'm assuming if I've gone for a 0.20 lot size on this, I obviously want to double that to a 0.4. I'm going to go with a 0.5 lot on this, okay? Half a lot on this, on USD CAD with a $500 account. Obviously, drawdown, not a problem because I haven't got drawdown because I have a 1 pip stop loss. So, you know, you can kind of, I suppose, increase your lot size with this. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, I don't actually know. So AUD, USD, let's go with AUD, USD. 1 hour charts, yes. £500 deposit. Inputs. I mean, should we go with, let's go with that, okay? Like I said, the drawdown might be slightly high on this because obviously I'm factoring, I've got a 1 pip stop loss and 0.5, so this might be slightly high drawdown. Obviously, to bring that drawdown down, I would make that maybe 10, but I want to see how well it does. Okay, I want to see how well it does. So trading 1 pip stop loss, take profit 5 pips, stop loss 1 pip. Okay, we're good. AUD USD 1 hour chart, let's go. Obviously across the hour, wait for this to load. So yes, we are good. So yeah, as you can see, pretty impressive. Okay, you know, like I said, this EA only takes 1 trade, which is something, you know, I'm proud of, because most EAs out there, hedge systems, as you can see here, it is actually taking 1 EA. Is it making profit? Just going to wait for it to kick in. I'm just going to pause it for a sec. Okay, yeah, so it has. Wow, it's almost pretty. I'm almost up £800 so far, so that's great. Let's go back here, press play. So as you can see, okay, a brief I'll just give you a brief explanation of how it works. As you can see here, it's taking buys and sells when the price is ranging. Now this is based between the buy and sell zones of the binary destroyer. I won't go in too much details, but you will, if you do trade the binary destroyer, you know price will always bounce in between it and flow in between it. I mean, I'll give you an example. Let's look at GP CAD. In fact, let's look at USD/JPY. Okay, as you can see here, okay, notice how price will always bounce in between the buy and sell zones. Okay, so what do you think happens when price breaks the sell zone or breaks the buy zone? It goes into that direction. So I'll give you an example of what I mean. Okay, something like this. You notice how price rise the sell zone, it goes into a downtrend. So my EA, the auto destroyer, understands that, and then it will take sells here and buys in the buy zone. So that's pretty much how it works. When price consolidates like this, it will take a sell zone here. I mean, let me say that again. When price consolidates, it will take a buy trade here and a sell trade here at the same time. And when price rides the sell zone, it will trigger that trade, and then it will enter a trade like that. Wow, this trade, I'm almost up, everyone, £1,700, and it's only been 1 month. It's only been 6 months, January, February, March, April, May, 5 months, and I've almost tripled the account now. That's pretty impressive. So now I'm going to pause the video again, and then obviously I'll update you this very, very soon. So yeah, the EA has stopped. Wow, £3,200. Right, okay, ports. Okay, wow, so £500 deposit, £2,646. So what was it, 2645 was it? 2645, 2646, so 2646 profit. And obviously the grand total of that, everyone, that's quite amazing, is 2645 plus 500 is obviously a closing balance of 3,145, which is again pretty nice. And the drawdown, everyone, great, nice 2% drawdown, 2.7% drawdown. So it seems to be a 0-point lot size, was perfect for this. Really good year. In fact, we averaged around a 64% short positions won and a 58% long positions won. Unfortunately, you can't see that. So we will go with a 2.7% there. Okay, something I'm good. Let's make it black as well so you can actually see. Okay, make it in the middle so you can actually see. Great. Okay, so the final one, EURUSD, £1,000 deposit. Let's go over again. So EURUSD. Okay, where's EURUSD? £1,000 deposit. Okay, obviously testing one. There we go. Now lot size for this. Let's go with 1 lots. Okay, let's go with 1 lots. Okay, see what happens here. Like I said, SL is 1 pip, so I can comfortably afford to handle 1 lot. So good, 1 lot trailing. Yes, good, great, we're good. Press start. And we just see it working in action first, because you can't see this, but as I'm watching this, I'm getting a couple of errors on trades. Like for some reason, well, obviously this is still in the testing phase, so sometimes it's not quite opening and closing certain trades, which does make a quite difference. Obviously this is still the early stage of it. I just want to wait for it to generate some profits. Let me pause it. Okay, great. We're already up. In fact, we're already up almost £500 on this account. Great. Right, so I'll press play again. And what I'll do is I'll pause the video and I'll be back very soon with to update you on the results. Right, okay, so it's finished on EURUSD. Let's have a quick look at the graph. Nice. Okay, so obviously it went up and it kind of fluctuated for a bit, which is good because that tells me that even though it struggled to make profits, it didn't lose any money. As you can see, it kind of quietened off, but we made, it looks like, let me just have a look at the report, £2,000. Okay, so as you can see, if I just write that down, 2040, so 2040 equals obviously at the end of that account again, it doubled another account on here. which is quite amazing. So 2040, which obviously is 3040. Okay, so what was the drawdown like, everyone? Nice. It was a max drawdown of 8.5%. So 8.5%. So yes, everyone, as you can see, some really good results. If we just bring this up like that and make them black. Okay, I'm going to pop this in the middle. Okay, so yes, as you can see here, USD CAD, a nice £200 deposit, finished closing it, almost pretty much doubling the account. Which is really good. In fact, that's over doubling the account, isn't it? So 7% drawdown, which is quite good. Quite like AUD USD, that had a really good, obviously AUD USD was a really good year for that currency pair. It made an exceptional amount of money, and obviously drawdown is obviously capped to 2.7%, which I'm quite good with that. So yeah, you know, like I said, this is going to be a real game changer, something I'm proud of, and I'll obviously keep you very much updated with the progress of this. And then moving forward, this could be another product that, you know, is alongside ours. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do have any questions, okay, if you want me to simulate any currency pair, any given year or time or month or deposit, do let me know in the comment sections. I'm happy to have a webinar of everyone and kind of talk about this, because I know this going forward will be good for a lot of people out there that are obviously struggling with their trading in general, or just kind of looking for kind of a side income. So yes, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, drop me an email at thebinarydestroyer@gmail.com.